Hey you guys, welcome to the Redesign with Prima, Instagram and Facebook. I am Leah and I am the owner of Leah Noel Design Co. and a brand ambassador here at Redesign. And today I am going to show you guys how to use the new clearly aligned decor stamps. They're really, really cool. And I'm going to use them on this. This is so let me show you what I'm going to do it on. So this is the top of a dry sink, or a wash stand, and I used to make these into coffee bars, but this down here, this bar was it was split, and it was just, I thought it was too damaged to hang like coffee cups off of, and I didn't really want to replace the rod at this point. And I decided I'm gonna use the wash stand as a side table instead of a coffee bar. So I was like, okay, what can I do with this? So what this is gonna be, if you guys can see it, this is gonna be a towel rack, and I'm gonna hang it just like this. And I'm gonna put blocks on the back to hang it, you know, about 1 inch thick, so it sits a little bit off the wall. And I think this will be a perfect spot to hang like a hand towel to dry your hands in the bathroom. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I am gonna have this, so this will be the right side up. So I have to think of that when I'm doing this. So this will be the right side up. So all my stamps are gonna wanna go like this. So I'm gonna adjust I'm gonna show you guys some of the stamps and talk a little bit about them, and then I will adjust the cameras to kind of show you guys what the project we're gonna be working on. Some of you guys have asked why I'm looking this way and that way. I have Facebook over here, so we're streaming from Facebook, and then I have Instagram over here. So just so you guys know, we're on both sites right now, and that's why I'm kind of looking this way and that way, and I'm gonna make sure I give you guys all clear views. So I only have 3 of the new stamps here, but I'm finding that if you get a good stamp you like, you kind of use it a lot. So my first choice for stamps was the Icy Paris collection. And I'm gonna show you the back side because you can kind of see what it is. It has one little script stamp in there. I love script stamps. And it has the bee. Do you see the bee? Let me see if I can show you the bee. This is the bee. This is one of my favorites. So that's why I chose this stamp for sure. And then I have linear floral, which is also really pretty, and I think I might use a little bit on here of the linear floral today. And then my absolute favorite is handwritten note. So handwritten note is like the most classic stamp. We already used this one live together, but this is my favorite for drawer sides. I haven't used it on a piece yet. I want to. But I just, can you get better than a script stamp, stencil, or, you know, transfer? They're pretty awesome. So let's get started. Let's design this piece. I am gonna actually show the design process. I don't have it totally planned out. So I'm just gonna tip this down so that you guys can see over here on Facebook. Hi, France. And I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of show you guys over here like this. And okay, so it's gonna hang upside down. So I was thinking of putting this one right here, and it'll go like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take these off of the sheets and kind of place them. So I love bee decor. My husband is a beekeeper, and so anything bees are always welcome. And then I'm gonna just check and see the script. I thought of maybe even doing like some of the script through here, but if I do use the script, I'll use it from here. Now, this is something I did I shouldn't have done. I actually cut my bee stamp out. There's no need for that. They're actually pretty firm. Like, the older stamps weren't like this, the other stamps that I've used, and these are actually pretty, they're pretty firm, and you don't need to cut the plastic. So, I would not recommend cutting the plastic. I would just save it for storage. And then I'm gonna grab this script. I think I might use this script right here. And they're really nicely placed on the back of these cards so that you could actually see what you're doing. So of course I'll probably use a couple different ones. There's this, oh, I didn't even see this little guy. Oh goodness, look at this. There's a little bee. Look at that. That's like a little bonus. That's cool. I think I'll like put these guys like this, like crawling up. And then I'm gonna see if there's anything on this floral stamp that I really want to use or that will fit these corners well. Because these corners might be a little bit tricky. I'm honestly thinking this flower here might just be like perfect for this corner. What do you guys think? I would love to hear your input. So I'm gonna just lift this so that you guys could see it. Coming down this, like this arm here, I don't even know that we really need any decor stamps. Maybe it's just really thin. So maybe just a little bit of script just on like the tips we could do, but let's just work on this top part first. So I'm gonna go ahead, I have this one right here. I'm gonna grab some flowers, I think. I'm gonna grab some of the smaller flowers that are on here because this is actually quite a small space. So remember, we're gonna be facing upward, so I have to keep that in mind. The other thing I like about these decor stamps is that you can like I'm doing here, you could take them off and place them. So like right here, that's too big and I could just clearly see that. And I could just stick this back over here. So let's get into the part where we do the actual stamping. Okay, can you guys see Instagram? Let me see if I can pull you over a little. I think that will help. Okay, Facebook, let's come over here. Let's come in a little closer. All right, so I'm gonna use the ink from Redesign. These pads are pretty cool. They are magnetic, so they come right back on. I'm gonna set this aside over here. I'm just gonna shake that flower off because I think I'm gonna use that. Okay, so when I'm using this stamp, I'm gonna keep this kind of centered. I keep this little protective cover. I'm gonna keep this for sure. It says to keep it, and it's very helpful to keep it. So when I lay this down, I'm just gonna lay it flat, and I'm gonna go ahead, kind of like do this stamping motion. You could also use paint. I'm pretty excited to use the ink. Now, when you're using the ink, it's important not to get too much on there. That's what I've found. So I kind of just am gonna rub over it, just kind of even it all out. Okay. The other thing, I keep baby wipes handy just in case I make a mistake. I could just wipe it off right away. So let me just pull a couple baby wipes out just in case. I find that baby wipes are the most helpful thing to have around. You find that it's got to be so much neater than stenciling. Yes. So if you guys, we have gorgeous silk screens and also stamps. And so it's a little bit neater than stenciling. So I'm just going to like set this down. And then I'm going to push. I'm going to give it some pressure. And I'm going to hold it in the middle. So that, you know, I'm like firm in one spot. And try and get all the details of these little bee wings. And we'll see if I did it. Sometimes I don't get it right the first time. So if I don't, I'll wipe it off with a baby wipe and I'll keep going. Look at that, perfect. Okay, so here's something that happened. So it came out really good, you guys, you can see. I did get a little bit of ink like right here and I'm just gonna wipe it off. Oh, darn it. I messed up my B when I was wiping it off. I'm just gonna leave it. I could wipe it off and start from the beginning, but I'm not. So I'm gonna just, what I found works best is I just wrap this around like my thumbnail, and then I get in here and I just clean it up. I did mess my little B up, like the letter B, but this is going in my home and I can live with that. Okay, let me lift this up so you can see. See how cute that is? Isn't that cute? Hi, Melissa. Hi, Anne. So that one is from Icy Paris, and that is my favorite stamp. So I will wash these with soap and water when I'm done, but I'm gonna keep going. So I'm thinking we're gonna do, we were gonna do these little bees right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, this guy's small, so I'm just gonna push him in my stamp. And make sure I don't have too much ink on him. So there's a lot of ink on this dude. So I'm just gonna like ink him off a little on my tablecloth here. And then if you can see, this is what happened last time. I got the ink on the edge, so I'm just gonna wipe some of my ink off of my edge. Okay, so drop it on, and I'm gonna try and just push down on the parts that okay. And I'm gonna put this guy over here again. I think when you overthink it, at least when I overthink it, is when I make mistakes. So this guy's too dark. I'm gonna wipe him off. You can see it just wipes off really easy. That was just too dark. Now I just want to dry it a little. Do I have anything to dry it with? It's dry enough. Okay, and I'm gonna go back on and I'm gonna do one stamp. I'm gonna lightly give it a little bit more ink, but the first time I just had way too much ink. I'm gonna drop it. Maybe I'll just use this to kind of like push on it. That actually worked really well. I just used the top of the ink pad. And we're gonna set that little dude aside and we're gonna keep going. Okay, so we just did our bees. Now I'm gonna just decorate the corners a little bit with a little bit of flowers. And what I think I'm gonna do to just kind of incorporate this side is I'm just gonna let a leaf kind of come up, and there'll be like a leaf over here and then one over here. And I wanna see how they place them on the packaging. So I'm using this one right here in the center, okay? And I might just do a different one and not make it symmetrical, or I kind of like this. No, that one's too big. I'm gonna pull some of these smaller leaves for like right here. Let's just get that flower on first. So as you guys can see, these stamps are a little bit different. They're, you know, I don't have to cut that plastic out around them. Before, I really felt like I had to cut that plastic out. I prefer to do it like this. I think it's easier. Okay. And there is a lot of ink on there, so I'm just gonna take some of that ink off by laying it on my cloth and just dabbing it. And then I'm just gonna drop it on. So the key is just to make sure they don't move. And these are the new ones. You guys, these just came out on Friday. So if you guys are looking for stamps, definitely contact your retailer. See if they have them. There are so many different designs. Okay. That looks really, that turned out really, really good. And it kind of goes with the vintage feel of this. So I'm going to go ahead and just go. Oh, you guys couldn't even see that. I'm sorry. Here, Facebook. Sorry. Let me come on to this side and make sure you guys can see. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop this on again. Thank you, Patty. They are really pretty. I'm actually surprised at how much I like them. I used to not really enjoy using them because they felt hard, but them not being flimsy really makes a big difference. So kind of once you set it down, you have to go with it. It really gives a vintage look. So you guys can see, it really looks very vintage. Now we're gonna go in with the leaves. I'm gonna do over here first. Wait, let me see. Instagram, I'm sorry, you guys have a funny angle. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna bring you guys down so that you can really see right here. It seems like it's just really bright. There we go. Okay, Facebook, let's see if I can bring you guys down too. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Okay. Okay. So our leaf, I think we're gonna just put like this. I got these smaller leaves I'm kind of liking a little bit more for this. Maybe this one like here and this one right here. And I've changed my mind on incorporating that. Maybe these two smaller ones. Like that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so if you guys couldn't see before, I hope you can see better now. I'm just dipping it in the stamp. I'm just gonna set it on my tablecloth and get a little bit of the ink off. The small ones are hard because you have to like get them off. They're a little harder to pull off. So, literally, I'm gonna go ahead and just rub this in some ink. Drop it, and kind of where it falls is where it goes. And then I'm gonna try my stamp lid trick again. And I'm just gonna push it down with that and hope it comes off with it too. It did. All right. That one didn't fully go on, which is okay. I can live with that. But like I said, if you wanted it to be more like solid, all you would have to do is just pull it off, or I'm sorry, just wipe it off with a baby wipe and redo it. So let's go over here. Let's do this side. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure you guys get a really good view. Okay, so I've already used these ones. We're just gonna go ahead and stamp them again. Oh, that's upside down. Oh no. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna pull it off. Baby wipe to the rescue. Now, what I've found is when you seal these, I want to say, I mean, when I did it on the drawer sides, I let them dry. I didn't even have to let them dry that long. And then I just sprayed them with like Rust-Oleum, like the rattle can, so that I wasn't like pulling like poly over them. Okay, I spray sealed them, and then I pulled poly over them for a more durable finish. Okay. We're gonna do this other leaf. Well, actually, I'm gonna use the same leaf. I'm just gonna set it here. Ooh. I tried to get it to like stick to my finger. Okay. And then we're gonna use this little one over here on this side. Okay. And I got a little spot right here. I'm gonna wipe up. And then I'm gonna back you guys up so that you guys can actually see the whole thing. Yeah, it is like using the acrylic block. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. Sorry. It is totally like using the acrylic block. All right, Instagram. How much time does it take to dry? So originally I was saying, you know, at least 24 hours. When I did this, the last time I did this live, I was like, well, let me try it at like, I don't even think it was a full hour. And I sprayed it with like the spray sealer and it didn't move or anything. And then I sealed over it with poly like within the hour. So they don't take long to dry. They really don't. It's just ink, you know? So, but you know, my paint's sealed, so it's not porous. That was over wood. But this is what we have, you guys. Let me see if I can get this down a little lower so you can see. I don't know if it really even needs, I think I might do a little bit of script down the legs. So let's do that. Let's just do a little bit of script because that's what I feel like it needs. I'm gonna leave this space vast and we're gonna just use this little script stencil because it's gonna be easier to just go down this leg right here. So let me get you guys over here too. Okay, I don't know if we'll use that or if I want to just use this because it'll be faster and more differentiated. Like this, yeah, that's actually gonna work better. So I'm gonna do that. I have all kinds of projects today. So I'm gonna actually use this because it fits nice and it'll be a little bit more different. So this one, you can see too, it's pretty much like, it's pretty firm. It's got a nice backing on it. I'm gonna set these over here to wash them. Your stamps will just wash out with soap and water. So I'm just gonna stamp the part that we're gonna use. Oh, this actually still has the clear backing on it. That's why it's, which makes it even easier to work with. Okay. So I'm just gonna look at it in the light. Okay, I think we're good. And I'm just gonna line this up and I'm just keeping pressure on at least one part. We'll see if we like it. If we don't like it, we'll wipe it off. So obviously you have a little bit of working time. And it kind of just looks like it's fading. I don't like this part right here. You guys could see. I like the script, but I don't like the verbiage right there. So I'm just gonna wipe just that part off. I like this because it's still cursive, but I don't like the way that that looked on this small space. So I'm just gonna wipe it clean. And then I'm actually gonna use the smaller stamp a little bit to see if I prefer using it. And I only really have to get the center done. Yeah, this one's a lot easier to use. But I do like that this will look a little different at the top. It's the Redesign with Prima ink, Sandy. It is the ink from Redesign. And you guys can't see on Facebook. Let me go ahead and move your thing. Hopefully we don't fall over. Just a little bit more. Extra on here. Okay. All right. I'm going to hold it up so that you guys can see. Hang on a second. We're going to realign the phones. Okay. We will be back in my shop. We are in the process of moving right now, and so my shop doesn't have good Wi-Fi, but in January, we will have awesome Wi-Fi. Okay, so this is it. I'm gonna go ahead and do that other leg, but you can kind of see where we're at with it and how it'll look. It's got a cool vintage look and it's black and white, so it'll go with anything. I might actually put some scripts here. We'll see once it's all done if it needs it, but I'm loving it. So you guys, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you guys would like to get the clearly aligned decor stamps, check out your Redesign retailer, whoever that may be. Contact them and just be like, hey, you know, I saw Leah using the decor stamps. Do you guys have them in stock? And they should, because they were released Friday and I'm sure they'd be happy to get them for you. So you guys, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.